This is something that I never thought I'd be saying this soon, but have we seen the best of Shohei Ohtani? I was thinking about this the other day, and we have a guy right now in Shohei Ohtani who we all know we both love. We have a guy who's coming off of two major injuries. He's coming off of, his elbow, which kept him out from pitching last year.
And he's already had 2 Tommy Johns, by the way. This is his second Tommy John.
Is it a Tommy John though? Because nobody's actually come out and said it was a Tommy John.
It's second Tommy John. It's
okay. He's had 2 Tommy Johns, and now he's got a torn labrum in his other shoulder. When is this going to catch up? Because we're getting to the point now, and I was thinking about this. I hope he's not Griffey at this point, where we saw so much good, and we're waiting for him to be the best player of all time definitively, and then the little injuries start catching up. Are we going to see this version of Shohei Ohtani for the next couple of years, or is this the beginning of the end? Have we seen the best of Shohei?
As long as that shoulder is strong, I've got no problem with him pitching with that left shoulder being hurt. You're watching right here, that's sliding into second base during the World Series. I think it was like game 1 or something like that. What was it? Game 2 maybe of the World Series. Definitely wasn't the same player after that. I don't think that's going to affect him pitching, but I do think the double Tommy John is going to affect him pitching. I think he's going to have a couple years under his belt. I don't think he's going to keep going as a pitcher. I don't think that's a long run. We haven't seen a whole lot of guys be able to come away from Tommy John. I did a little bit of research, checked it out, because of this, there's definitely some other articles out there. These are guys right now that have had 2 Tommy Johns that are coming back, right? Jacob deGrom, Shane McClanahan, Walker Buehler, Dustin May, Chris Paddock, and Ryu. Okay, so those are guys right now that had double Tommy John that are out there trying to make their comeback. Shane's this year, deGrom will be this year, Buehler last year a little bit, and May last year a little bit, but they'll be coming back this year. The jury's definitely out on those guys. Ohtani will be coming back this year, so jury's definitely out. But there's a couple guys that did have double Tommy Johns and were successful. Nathan Eovaldi is probably the most successful. Jameson Taillon, Daniel Hudson, Joaquin Soria back in the day. Actually, my coach, we coached together on our JD's baseball team, so Joaquin Soria and Chris Capuano. But the list is small, really small. And there's definitely a lot of guys that had to and didn't come back. Chris Medlin, Josh Johnson, let's see, the other one was like Brian Wilson. So there's a lot of guys that didn't come back, right? I'm just concerned that those will catch up. I'm not concerned about the left shoulder with pitching, but I do think as a hitter, that's going to affect him. And I don't think he's going to be quite the same for maybe like what we might have done was lost some years on the back end that we don't know about yet.
Yeah. You have a prediction for this year, what he might do? If I had to guess right now, and I'm looking at Ohtani, I say he's in the high 30s in home runs, low 20s, maybe high teens in stolen bases. I think his batting average might dip a little bit, getting used to that shoulder, and 15 starts. Does that sound about right?
I think 15. I'd be comfortable with 15. Look at it like last time he was a true dual player, like 22, the first time he was fully healthy, right? Or 23 was a little bit right.
Mm-hmm.
But then he wasn't at the end and all that stuff. Like he had 44 home runs, 34 the year before, 270, 304. I mean, I look at it this way. I'm going to see probably that I see 15 to 20 starts. I see 40 home runs. I still think he's going to be a 35 to 40 home run guy. I don't see we're going to see as big of a dip on the offense compared to what he's been as a pitcher and offense side, but I do concerns on the pitching side, and that's going to be, you're not going to see the same Shohei Ohtani that's out there just dominant and locked in on locations. You're going to see a little less location, so a little stuff, but at the same time, it's a freaking Ohtani, man. Let's stop telling him what he can't do. Like this guy he always surprises us in what he can do, but at the end of the day, injuries are injuries.
Yeah.